Hello and welcome back to Bull Bear Trader. Today I will go to the next 7 stocks as a review. Last time I did for them was like in August 10 or something. Let me start with Apple. For Apple, alright, so we zoom in. I say it was up before the Monday 11. So from here, it close up. So from here, most likely it has a little bit of upper range to hit. It will come down, bounce, and then come down here. So it kind of like went up here, not all the way hitting the blue line. Then it pulled back to 224. I expect to pull back more, but I guess because of the news about Apple and how its investment with the US, after that it for the whole week it actually went up, right? And in a way it correlates to my prediction, but the prices are not as exact as I hope. It's about $10 difference. Right, so now let check back everything. All right, so 213 is still a good support that it will go through. And now after this bounce here, I expect it to pull back, and this time it might pull back to here, 18, or all the way here to 13. We don't know. Then we have a little bit of a bounce, maybe like this, and then maybe further pullback here. So let's see, something like this, right? And the purple line basically is the trend support from April. The orange is from the top, resistance from December. So in a way it still affect a little bit now, but more of this support here. And then here is the, I would say, the short-term, short-term resistance. So most likely we might see it come back to 213 again. So that is my prediction for Apple. Short term is still overbought as well as a long term, so they will have a pullback. Next time it will have about a couple months to report, so we'll check back later. Next we have Amazon. Amazon, same thing was here. I say, all right, most likely we have a pullback, a bounce, and then pullback more. Well, it didn't really come in as I predicted. From here, it actually went up back into the channel, broke down again, came up and testing this support, which is resistant right now. Again, it's still overbought a lot, short term and long term. So I'm thinking this time it will pull back even more, where it's gonna be 212, and then bounce, and then it will come down to here right at 206 again, and this time you can see the red line and the green line. The green line is the last low, sorry, last gap. So it's gonna come up, come down here sometime. We don't know when. But the red line you can see is a long-term support. So most likely it will come up again. Come down here to test it. And we might even have a small bounce. Or maybe more bounce. We don't know, but we will see how it is later. But for now, this is my prediction for the next couple of weeks. All right, so for Alphabet, well, same thing. You can see from here, I expect a pullback and then a bounce and then go further more. However, lately, Google got some good news regarding its AI-related engine, and Apple is going to use Gemini as a search engine on the Apple phone. So that was why it was from here. It came down like we expected, bounce back, but it's actually bounced more and making a little bit. I would say though is all-time high. So again, I do still think it will come up. Maybe we might have a little bit more to, let's say, 220, right? Because Google, it has not bounced as much as the other stocks. So it's kind of lagging. Now is having its run right now and coming back to test here at 206, 207, right? Why 207? Basically right here at the last low right here, and then we got the other high here. All right, so for Google or Alphabet, most likely will have something like this for the next couple weeks. So it will still, this trend line and channel still in play. And most likely will get it hit. Okay, and we'll come back into the channel one more time. Either that and then bounce back, or it's going to come down and test in the low trend support. Okay, next we have NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, about 2-3 days ago, it was from here. So about 4 days ago, expecting a pullback more than a bounce. All right. So now what I'm thinking is it might have another pullback here to 165 and then a bounce, right? Then pulling back more to this green support line. The reason why is still very overbought. You see that even though it's actually pulled back already, about 5% or something, but still it's still very overbought. And if it go down, so does the NASDAQ and the market. Next we have Meta. All right, so same thing here, right? Yep. So I say, okay, it looks like we're gonna pull back, bounce, and then pull back more. So this is done in a way, bounce a little bit here and then pulling back. So let me see. We might have, okay, so look like we might have another go back to 707 or 708. Yeah, 708. All right, and then bounce here and then come down here. Okay, and this is still in play. So why 708 is to close this gap right here. You can see the gap. Whenever there's a gap, it's always closed. For example, then we go back here. You see this gap down here? It came up and closed this gap. Oh, sorry, not over there, but right here. Came up and closed this gap right away. See that? So up gap or down gap, they all get filled one day. So we have this gap. Most likely it will fill soon. Okay. Then here we have another gap at 600, 603. So we don't know when, but it will fill. All right, next we have Microsoft. Microsoft, same thing. It was here, right? So I said, okay, look like we have a pullback, bounce and then pullback. So you can see it's playing out already. I'm thinking maybe this will pull back again next week down to 489. Okay, and then it's gonna bounce a little bit, like back up like this and then pull back more. So 420 is still in play, and there's another gap here as 396, 95. We might see it coming back as well. Okay, and what is this green line? I might actually change it to red. Why? Because this is the trend resistance after it came up here and then broke out below. So broke out and up. It has not coming back to test. So if it come back to 420, I'm thinking this time that will be the test, and then it's bounce, and then we will see after that. We don't know, but seems like it is correcting as well. All right, for Tesla. Tesla. Let's see. There's some change to red, there's some change to green, because right now it's still a support. Red is for the resistance here, and the orange is the trend line currently. So I expected it to pull back to 303 around here somewhere. It's 307. Probably I wrote it wrong. But 303 is here. Oh, it's here. Okay, so I think I got the number wrong somehow. But if you look, okay, now we're going to look at a little bit closer to what's going on. So for Tesla, it bounced, pull back, bounce again, now pulling back, right? the path is what I expected, because let me take this out. The reason for it is this. You can see, remember, this is the high, right? Which is the resistance. It came out, broke out of it, came back, tested, bounce, and looked like it coming back. What's the green line? The green line is actually, it was the previous pivot point. It go through a lot here, so I consider it, and over here as well, and over here. So I consider it is like a midterm support resistance mean, right? So you can see here it's been going, converging along this line. So most likely it'll come down here again. What is next? What I'm thinking is for Tesla, if I draw the trend line right here, this, I'm going to change to, okay. So let's take this out for now. Okay. So we got short term here, but we're going to have a shorter term, right? Shorter trend line. And you can see it is approaching support. Well, I'm thinking it might even break down more and hit at least 310. And then it bounce. Maybe this. And then come back and test the red line as about 300. Or 303, right? Let me see. $302, $303. So it's gonna be a quick path like this. And after that, we will see. We can come back in about a couple of weeks and see. 367, 365, 66 actually is still in play if there's some news come out, right? So it's right here, and from here, instead of pulling back, it come up right here to hit this, and then maybe it will come back down here to test the support again. But for now, the trend, the shorter trend is this. It might come back here or bounce. Most likely it can come like back down like this and then bounce again. So we have to see how it is. It's still overbought, so more chances of a pullback. So it still, and it still has how you say it, space for it to pull back. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Please hit the like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in the next video.